friends, I hope you're doing well today, and I'm so happy you decided to join me. So, this pantry has been looking this bad for probably a couple months now. Maybe varying degrees, but still atrocious, and it drives me nuts. It's kind of become just a catch-all because the past few times I've tried to organize it, we either had too much food, which praise the Lord that we have enough food and that sort of thing. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about that, but we just had an excess and it was really hard to find a spot for everything, no matter how hard I tried to organize it. And I really do enjoy organizing things, but this kept getting the best of me. And I'm taking you along with me, no matter how embarrassing it is. This is what it is, and I promise by the end of this, you'll get to see the floor. I only know because I finished it, and comparatively, it looks great. Maybe not Pinterest worthy, but way better than it did before. So right now, I'm switching out, or I just moved the paper plates from that clear acrylic bin to this like pink one in the corner, because they didn't fit very well in there. I wanted them in a bin so that they don't get like crumbs on them and stuff, if that were to happen. And I'm just using the bin that the paper plates were in to put my baking stuff, because my baking stuff is what was originally in the pink bin. So cleaning out, I realized we have a surplus of lime jello. My husband was taking it in his lunches to work and stopped. You know how that goes. We just get tired of certain things and we need variety. So thank goodness they're shelf stable, so I can just store them away for whenever he's ready to eat them again. And yeah, so I'm so glad I got this done today. One thing about my pantry is it's very hard to film in it because there's not a good way to like get the camera in there with me and to show y'all everything. So I have one of those like accordion style doors, and the opening of the pantry isn't like wide enough for like a full-size door or for y'all to see in very well. And you'll see me talking to my husband in this video a little bit. I was asking him earlier if he wanted some gum, because I forgot that we had it and he really likes that kind. If y'all are looking for gums that aren't sweetened with aspartame or anything bad, that Spry brand is really good, and that flavor in particular actually tastes like juicy fruit. So it's really good. And my husband doesn't usually like gums and stuff sweetened with stevia and xylitol. I think that one's sweetened with xylitol. He doesn't usually care for the sweeteners, but he likes that flavor. So, and I'm just getting rid of like excess things, getting rid of that box because it wouldn't fit anywhere. I have a Lazy Susan up there in the corner where I keep like bulk spices and everything, and some of the spices I got for really cheap at Ollie's. You can see the big orange sticker. So I'm just going through the ones that we've had for a few years and don't ever use, and I'll just give them to like somebody in my family or something. And right now we have a surplus of honey because over the holidays I wanted to, me and my husband wanted to make mead, and we bought a mead making kit and the honey and everything, and then we just never got the time to do it, so we still have the honey for that. And I finally got this little area open so I could put the honey and extra condiments, and I ended up putting nuts and stuff there too. down below, that's where like my tea and my honey sticks are, and I actually have a whole nother container dedicated to tea in my cabinet. So I have a lot of tea, but I do drink it. It's just taking a while to get through it. And down here is where we keep our pasta and like cake mixes and stuff. I don't typically buy cake mixes or brownie mixes anymore. So the bag that I had was actually like sugar cookie mix, and I just set that to the side so I could use it up because I've had it for a while and haven't used it. But I've been trying to make so much stuff from scratch that I haven't bought any mixes like that in a long time. And I know it's kind of hard to see down below, but that's where I keep my bulk oils and like almond flour, and I have some like jugs and pitchers that there wasn't a spot for them before, so they were sitting on the floor. And there's a lot of stuff, like you can see in the corner between the two like chrome shelves. That is a basket full of like water bottles and Yeti cups and pitchers and extra big things that I can't fit anywhere else. So it looks like a pile of junk, but I promise it is somewhat organized or contained. And you can see that I kind of gathered our like Tupperware and stuff. The Tupperware and foil pans, those are for like if people want to take home leftovers, like if we have a party or something, or if I need to bring something to a potluck. So that's what I use all that for. And that little metal container was also tea. So you can tell I'm an avid tea drinker. I would like to say that since organizing this pantry, it's been about a week now, and it's still organized, and it's been so much easier for me to put stuff up after I get it out, that it doesn't like sit and live on my counter for a few days like it usually does. So that's pretty nice. And I made a little spot for my stoneware, which was also living on the floor of the pantry for a while, and I was worried that like with things falling, it would break, and I'm very lucky that that didn't happen. I actually recently got both stoneware pieces like last month, I think, at 2 different thrift stores, and they were priced really reasonable. The large like cookie sheet type one, I think I got for like $6 or $8, which is good. They're both Pampered Chef brand, and the bundt cake one I actually got for like $2 or $4. So I think whoever priced it didn't know what it was, because typically those are priced really high in the thrift stores in my area. So, and you could see part of the floor already. So you know we're making progress. And this bin I just decided to keep outside of my pantry for now, and I'll put it with like my excess organizing bins. So this thing, I got it at a thrift store for $2 like last year or something, and I really like it, but my problem with it is that the dowels are too wide to fit most rolls. Like, most rolls won't go over them because the centers are too small, if that makes sense. So I'm just putting it in that corner. My husband was going to make me one, but we don't know when that's going to happen. So just whenever he gets time. And there's a spare bag of rice I just set up there because my rice container still had a little bit in it, and rather than pouring it out into a separate dish, I'm just going to wait till we use the rice. So we eat rice pretty often around here. And then you could see that I had another like wrap organizer that I put my spare wrap in for now. I don't like it as much as the wooden one, but it does the job. So, and you can see where I hang on my aprons. I have a lot of them, probably about 5 or so. And actually there's one hanging outside of the pantry that you can see, but they're not in the way too bad, so I don't typically mind them. The wrap organizers I had hanging up beside the aprons, and I'm sure it had to do with how cluttered the pantry was, but I would bump into them or something would fall, and they were hanging up by tacks. I don't really want to put nails or screws in the wall, and they fell off, and the tacks actually like broke. So I don't really want to hang them up yet, especially if it's not really the one that I want to keep. And here I am. I found a spot for the water bottles. Alright, y'all, it looks so much better. I'm glad that the floor is completely cleared. That's where we keep our canned goods and like pasta sauce. And the wrap organizers is what I stuffed back there. I think the only bin I didn't really go through was the one in the corner behind the tea, and that's like bags of coffee and liquid IV and stuff. But I think it looks so much better. And up here is all my dry goods and baking supplies, cereal, which we don't have much of. I think we just have Rice Krispies. But I love it when I can access my baking goods so much easier. It makes making stuff homemade a whole lot easier when you can get in and out of your pantry, you know, really quick and put things back where they're supposed to go. So overall, I'm really excited about how it turned out. And thank y'all for joining me. I cannot thank you enough for just being here and helping support my channel. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!